cable, and online at whitemountains.tv.
Recommended, as recommended hikes.
Oh, we were just talking about the book. We have Rob Burbank here from AMC, and it's been a long time, too long.
It has been.
Since you've been back. We're talking maybe 5 or 6 years that we're doing a film project together, so way too long.
I know.
So welcome back.
It's great to see you again.
And how many times in that 5 or 6 years since we've spoken has the AMC guide been updated?
Oh gosh, since we last spoke,
putting you on the spot.
Yeah, right. 1 or 2 editions probably. We update the White Mountain Guide about every 4 or 5 years.
And what I was wondering is what triggers that? Because obviously trails,
well, the trails change, you know, and weather affects the trails. In fact, this new edition, the 30th edition, 110 years since the White Mountain Guide has been in existence. This new edition is the first since Tropical Storm Irene came through and really did a number on some of the trails here. So, which led to some rerouting and some closures.
I was going to say a lot of trees down, right?
Yeah,
and so the trails had to be cut back around,
there was
or
a lot
trees
of
removed,
erosion with the streams and so forth. So yeah, so this is the first one since that. This has been thoroughly updated and revised. So you've got information on 500 trails, or 500 trails, about 1,400 miles of trail.
Wow. Has someone done all those trails and recorded it?
Actually, yes, several people have. There's a thing now that is called redlining, and that means that, you know, for every trail that you go on, you take a highlighter, you know, or there used to be a red pen. I think a lot of people use the yellow highlighters these days, but it became known as redlining. And so for each trail that you hike, you highlight that, and eventually you get them all, and there are several people in the area here who have done that. And like I say, it's like 1,400 miles of
That's
trail.
amazing. Yeah. And there's a lot of different goals, actually, that you can meet within the White Mountains.
Sure.
You know, you have the highest peaks, and you have, what was it, Peaks with a View or something? That's a new one that I just heard about.
Yeah.
Or maybe new to me, I should say.
And the 4,000-footer club is one of the ones that sort of got that whole genre started, if you will, back in the 50s. And actually, this edition of the guide has the 4,000 footers listed on the inside cover, so you can keep track of those as well. There are 48 in New Hampshire that are recognized as 4,000 feet or higher, and if you climb all of them, you get a patch and you get a scroll, and you become a member of the AMC's 4,000 footer club.
Well, what an amazing goal, and I know a lot of families have actually made it a family project to encourage hiking, to enjoy the trails in the White Mountains. And maybe we can back it up a little bit. What does the AMC do in the White Mountains?
In a nutshell?
I know, it's hard to encapsulate all of it.
Well, we're the oldest conservation and recreation organization in the United States, but in a nutshell, we help people make a closer connection to the outdoors. And we do that in a number of ways through our huts and our lodges and our educational programming. There are many, many ways people can be involved with AMC, and you don't have to be a member necessarily. We welcome members. We encourage people to become members, but if you wanted to come and take a program or stay in a hut or come up to Pinkham Notch for a meal, you can certainly do that whether you're a member or not.
You guys do an amazing trail amount of trail maintenance. And folks might not know about the huts. So, you know, we live here, we hear about them a lot, and maybe people from afar, where you in Boston and stuff, where you probably have marketing, they know about it. But what an amazing adventure and just an experience for families or for single people to get up there and enjoy in an environment that you can have a bed and a meal. And how many huts do you have?
We have 8 huts, each spaced a day's hike apart along the Appalachian Trail here in the White Mountains. It's about a 53-mile stretch if you were to go from one end to the next. And you can go to one, you can go to all 8, you can you know, have an extended trip and stay out several nights. But You get bunkroom accommodations, and you get dinner and breakfast prepared for you, and we have educational programs as well. So,
excellent.
And these are in wonderfully beautiful places.
Awesome.
And so you can get out into the outdoors and have a roof over your head.
I've stayed at Lake in the Clouds, and it is
great.
an amazing facility. Do you have to have reservations?
We do, yeah, pretty much. We can take people if we have space and they just show up. But we really encourage a reservation because, well, part of the experience is the meal or the meals, and so the crew needs to know how many people to prepare dinner for.
And they're hiking this food in. It's not like someone's driving it up for them, so they have to be prepared. So reservations are helpful. And are huts listed in the guide as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The guide, the White Mountain Guide, has suggested hikes or recommended hikes. Depending on level of difficulty or challenge. And there are some new features, like some icons that tell you at a glance, that this is a dog-friendly hike or this is a kid-friendly hike. And so it makes it really great for planning. It is an essential planning tool, really, when you think about what you need.
Yeah.
And I want to point out that the editor is Steve Smith, and he owns the Mountain Wanderer Map and Bookstore in Lincoln, New Hampshire, on the other side of the Kankakmagus Highway. And the cartographer is Larry Garland from Jackson. He works for AMC up in Pinkham Notch. And so he has made the maps, and along with the guide are 6 pull-out
What a
maps.
huge endeavor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To
you
do
bet.
that. Wonderful.
So he did a wonderful job on these maps, which are colorful and detailed.
Yeah, and those come with the guide. You can also purchase Tyvek's versions if you do tend to wear heavy on your maps. Those are more durable, but these are gorgeous.
Yeah.
If you take care of them, those will last a lifetime or until the next version.
Right.
So you mentioned kids hikes, which is fantastic. Now, why would you tell somebody that it's important to get kids out in the woods?
Oh, it's incredibly important, and that's one of the things that AMC is really focused on. One of our strategic priorities is getting kids outdoors. So we offer programs for families, and we have a variety of kids programs. We have a school program, a mountain classroom that gets kids outdoors. I mean, it's so important to get kids connected with the outdoors. Because those lessons learned when they're young will last a lifetime.
They won't remember a day spent in front of the screen, but they'll definitely remember a day spent out in the woods hiking on a beautiful trail. So they can find more information where? Online,
on our website, outdoors.org. You can also get order the guide on through our online store as well,
and
as well as in
too,
local bookstores as well.
Oh yeah, of course. White Birch will have that, and in places. So wonderful, and what a great gift, for the hiker and the family, or to encourage someone to get out and enjoy.
Absolutely.
And we were talking about you have a couple of events coming up in Bethlehem.
We do. We have one this evening. Actually, we have a farm to table dinner this evening, in conjunction with Meadowstone Farm in Bethlehem. And so it's a wonderful menu. I won't go through every item on the menu.
No,
but
tempt us a little bit.
Oh, okay, let's see. I have to put
you
on
need
my
glasses. I busted you. Sorry, I have glasses.
Well, we're looking at red and golden beets. We're looking at fresh goat cheese with a balsamic glaze. We're looking at cinnamon chipotle roasted pork loin with a savory apple chutney.
I am so hungry. You don't even know.
And,
I could eat the menu.
And a vegetarian entree, butternut and delicata squash casserole with local feta and Siberian
garlic
kale.
And sweet onion roasted fingerling potatoes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be at the Highland Center?
This is at the Highland Center in Crawford Notch, right on Route 302 right in the heart of the Notch, and that's this evening at 5 o'clock.
And I mentioned Bethlehem because the farm that you're doing this in conjunction with is in Bethlehem.
That's
so
right.
Again, it's
Farm.
at the Crawford Notch Center.
The event is at the Highland Center in Crawford Notch, right? The farm is in Bethlehem, but the event this evening is at the Highland Center at Crawford Notch.
Okay.
If folks wanted more information or wanted to reserve, it's 278-4453. That's 278-HIKE.
Oh, there you go. Excellent. And of course, more information on their website as well.
Yes.
So, and that starts at 5 tonight?
5 tonight, yes.
Okay, good. So get on the website quick or give them a call and reserve your tickets. And then the other?
The other event is next weekend on Sunday the 15th of October from 1 to 4 in the afternoon, and it's Oktoberfest.
Awesome. So what does that Oktoberfest entail?
We are doing that in conjunction with Reckless Brewery, and they're in Bethlehem as well. And so it will be a celebration of fall with beer and lunch and a beer tasting, and there's an a la carte lunch being offered.
Now, I haven't had Reckless beer yet. Have you tried it, or are you looking forward to doing that at Oktoberfest?
I'm looking forward to doing it, to trying it. Yeah, I'm aware of it. I'm trying to think if I've had it, and I'm not quite sure. I probably have.
Check it out. So that's this coming weekend, and it starts at 1, goes till 4 p.m. That's a Sunday. And can they get reserved tickets, or should they just show up too?
They can show up, but I think it's best to call ahead if possible, 278-4453. Again, more information is on our website at outdoors.org.
Outdoors.org. And I just mentioned, well, you didn't just mention it, but I was just thinking of Elo Bean just has a new thing, Be an Outsider, and that makes me think of you guys too about getting outside, being prepared, and in knowledge with the help of that guide. So layers, know where you're going, tell someone where you're going, hike with a friend if it's possible, but let someone else know where you're going, because especially this time of year, a lot of people get caught off guard by down here in the valley, especially the warmer temperatures, and you get up to the top of Mount Washington and it's winter.
Oh yes. We see winter-type weather every month of the year on Mount Washington. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, planning ahead and being prepared is key when you're going to go out for a hike. And you can get some tips on that sort of thing, preparation and safety, in the White Mountain Guide and on our website at outdoors.org.
And at your centers. So in Pinkham Notch, you have a visitor center as well that is a huge resource for folks heading up into Tuckerman Ravine, that you can stop by. You can actually talk to someone. You have people, very knowledgeable people at the front desk. Full library bookstore for sale. So if you want to pick up the guide, you can find it there as well. And very cool maps. Do you still have that topographical?
There's a 3-dimensional map that is the Brad Washburn Northern Presidential map in 3 dimensions, and it really gives you a good sense of, if you're going to plan a hike, gives you a good sense of the terrain when you're going to get out there, and that's right there at the Pinkham Notch Visitor Center in Pinkham Notch on the White Mountain National Forest, and we have the Joe Dodge Lodge there as well for overnight accommodations. And then, of course, as we were saying, we have the Highland Center at Crawford Notch on the other side.
It's hard to believe that was not always there, but relatively new, right?
2003 we opened.
2003.
Yes.
So
and that was a site of the Crawford House Grand Hotel. So it's been and it actually was where the Crawford family settled as well. So it's really been
it's beautiful
in a lot of ways. You could consider Crawford Notch and that sort of area kind of the birthplace of tourism in the White Mountains.
Amazing. And you guys did a great job bringing green practices into that building as well. So it's gorgeous. You get in there, there's a lot of information on how to build green, and you could admire the construction as well.
Right.
Whew, so much to do. Outdoors.org. You can find more information about what the AMC does. They have special dinners and trip presentations and guided tours and all sorts of stuff. Plus, the new guide is out, and you can find it on the website. You can find it at selected bookstores as well as at your centers in Pinkham and Crawford Notch. Events tonight. You can go to
Farm to Table at the Highland Center.
And then coming up next weekend, Oktoberfest, and that will be at?
That will be at the Highland Center in Crawford Notch, and that's on Sunday, the 15th of October.
Whew. All right. Well,
lots going on.
I know, lots going on, and I appreciate you taking time out to spend it with us and let everybody else know. All right, we're going to be back. We have more. We're going to see more of those events and plus more on the calendar coming up next.